It's Donovan Everett from Cape Racing, and I'd just like to say it's an absolute pleasure to be involved with Intrabet and Cape Breeders in this golf day today here at Pearl Valley. It's fantastic for the industry to see all the relevant stakeholders coming down and having a good time and networking, and it's exactly what the industry needs right now in terms of moving forward and recreating some positivity to take us forward into the next year.
Well, if you're watching this Gold Circle TV preview show on Monday prior to the race, well, hopefully everything's going according to plan. You're running in exotics and things going smoothly, because race number 6 is over 1,200 meters. It's a merit-rated 86 handicap, and there's some decent sorts here, some decent handicappers. And this is your last chance to play a pick 3 as well. Get your bets on by 15:15. That's a 3:15. That could be a nice bet to end off your day, races 6, 7, and 8. Let's pull up the field now and have a look at it. At time of recording the show, all 9 runners go to post. And assessing the field, you can make a case for a few of the runners in the race, if not all of them. Now, the first question I'd like to pose to Warren is that form line behind the Tinkerman, where Passage of Power and the Tinkerman raced at Hollywoodbets Scottsville, and there wasn't much that separated them. That was an exciting finish, Warren, and between these two horses, can Passage of Power reverse the form of the Tinkerman?
I think so, Dees. It was an exciting finish, that race on the 22nd of June, you're quite right. And the Tinkerman is very well, highly regarded by the stable, and you can see that he's doing well. He's won 2 out of his last 3. He was brought up to KwaZulu-Natal for the season, and yeah, massive runner again. Passage of Power, excellent effort. He was a 10-1 shot on that occasion. His couple of runs before that got me a bit worried, but he has shown tons of ability as Passage of Power. If it was a 2-horse race, I'd be in the camp of the Tinkerman.
And Captain Who also wasn't too far off them that day, horse number 9, the 3 of them, and he was back in that 5th position, but he wasn't too far off them, and I think he'll prefer the poly track.
Yes, absolutely. He's had 5 starts on the poly for a win in 2 places. He's never too far off the action. Captain Who, you look at his form, he's a lovely horse to own. He's still a colt by Captain L. Never too far off. He always does of his best. Rachel Venica, well, we don't need to tell you anything about her. So certainly a horse that always puts it in, Captain Who. And you're quite right on that form line. He's going to be right there. And
then this choice of Keegan DeMello, number 3, Ideal Act, over Here Comes the Rain. Strange that this horse has won twice over 1,200, once over 1,600, and now drops to 1,200. I'm speaking about number 3, Ideal Act. Could that be a negative?
Yes, it could be a slight negative, but it wouldn't put me off completely. He's neatly drawn. Keegan DeMello, Dees, you're a jockey's agent, and you've been a jockey's agent for a long time, and to some top quality riders. You've got to make decisions. Keegan's got a record on Here Comes the Rain. He's got a record on Ideal Act. He's got a record on the Tinkerman. So his stable is Dean Kannemeyer, but he would have, I'm sure, been thrilled to be able to ride for his stable, but I'm sure he's disappointed that he can't ride the Tinkerman. He can't ride everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I wouldn't say it's an interesting jockey engagement. I think Keegan would have been, had to be loyal to his stable. But Ideal Act is not a no-hoper.
No.
And he's definitely not a no-hoper. So if Ideal Act had to beat them all, I wouldn't be shocked.
African Skyline deserves a mention. He's been off for, we'll call it 3 months, but prior to the break, he was in good form. And then maybe I'm saving my best for last, because my roving banker in the race is just the guy thing. Your roving banker, Warren?
My roving banker, Dees, the Tinkerman.
Warren's going with the Tinkerman. He's sticking with that form line between Passage of Power, the Tinkerman, and Captain of Who. He thinks that's the form line to follow in this race. There's lots of form to work around, but I think on the surface, from pole position, just the guy thing could be the right roving banker.
I bet with Interbet only. They're a fantastic site. I've never had any issues with them. They are very professional. There's never a problem. You deposit money, 2 seconds later it's in your account. You withdraw, which I do very occasionally, and I believe it's also 2 seconds it's in your account.